Okay, well, we're closing in on it here. Put a lot of time into this game. I think the players done a good job dealing with all the multiples that the Texans present, which are considerable. So try to boil it down as much as we can here, and finish up a few things here situationally today, and then be ready to go on Sunday. I think everybody's looking forward to getting started. So we're closing in on it.
So how much did Vladimir McCarron's returnability play into the decision to sign off that spot?
Yeah, I think each player has his own contributions to the team, and so the combination of all of them relative to the other players on the team. So, everything counts.
What have you seen from Cordell Patterson this summer, I guess, just as a kick returner?
Well, not much. They kick it to him, so we'll see. He has a lot of experience doing that in the league. We'll see how it goes.
Relating to the McCarron move with Duke Dawson, is that just a case of running out of time? You're sort of waiting, hoping it responds, and then you just get to the first game and you got to make a move?
It's probably a fair characterization.
You guys announced the captains yesterday. You got Patrick Chung and James White, first-time captains. What type of leadership do they think?
We have a lot of good leaders on our team. I think it's a very, very deep group. So I think the leadership extends far beyond the guys that were elected for that. But James has done a great job for us. He's given us tremendous on and off the field leadership, as has Pat. We have a very strong room at safety with Duran, who's has been a captain, Nate Ebner, Chung, McCourty. I mean, it's about as strong as a room as you could have. So, but yeah, those guys all do a good job.
Back to Patterson. As a receiver, has he been what you saw on tape in previous years, or is he more advanced than maybe you thought? I know he hasn't always been used in that regard.
Yeah, we watched him obviously and played against him in Minnesota and Oakland. Different offenses, different systems. I really can't comment on that. But for us, he's come in, done everything we've asked him to do. He has different skills than some players that have played his position or the position that he's played. So some of those things are the same, some are different, and we'll see how it goes.
Going back to James, he got drafted and didn't play much as a rookie. Now he's a team captain. What have you seen from him from his rookie season to now?
Yeah, well, that was a big jump for him. Obviously, he had a good player playing ahead of him. His rookie season, I think he was only active for 2 games. But as we've seen from a lot of players, there was great development and jump from year 1 to year 2. Just pretty common. And he, again, has done a great job for us, both on and off the field. He's one of our most dependable players. Everybody has a lot of confidence in because they've earned it. He's earned it. He's earned that confidence and trust from his teammates and his coaches by doing it on a consistent basis. So there's no real magic to that. It's just going out there and being consistent and dependable. He's done a great job of it.
Seems like James has taken these big jumps from years 2 to 3, 3 to 4 as well. Is that rare to see a player continue on that climb even into their 4th or 5th seasons?
It depends on what the player is asked to do and where he's coming from. James carried the ball a lot at Wisconsin. He was involved some in the passing game. His development in the passing game has grown as he's had more experience and more opportunities in it here. So I think when you look at it in that context, that's the explanation. Not that he couldn't do it, he just has more experience and more opportunity to do it.
How have you seen Bill O'Brien evolve as a coach since he's been here and playing almost every year?
Yeah, well, I haven't been on Bill's staff for a while. We haven't been together, so I've just been from a distance. But I have a ton of respect for Bill. He's a great coach. Did a great job for me, and he's done a great job at the other two programs that he's been at, Penn State and with the Texans. So he's had consistent winning teams. His teams are always well prepared. They play hard. They're tough. They're physical. They're always a hard challenge to play against. And he did a great job with the Penn State program in a very difficult circumstance. So I think he's an outstanding coach. But the specifics of what he's done from year to year, you'd have to talk to somebody that's been on his staff would know better than I would on that.
Have you seen his scheme? I guess maybe you could say no to, but have you seen his scheme, maybe offensively in particular, evolve at all in any ways?
Well, he's always done that. And that's the way it was here. That's the way it was at Penn State. That's the way it's been in Houston. So he's, again, a very good offensive coach that has a lot of vision and adaptability and takes players that have skills and utilizes them, say, pretty much to the fullest. So if he has Hopkins, he's going to use Hopkins. If he had somebody else, he'd use somebody else. So again, that's the way it was here too. So I don't think that'll be any different. It'll just depend on, it's a different offense with the quarterback he has now compared to all the ones he's had prior to that. Did a good job with Hackenberg and at Penn State. So he's a good coach.
How would you describe Trump's leadership style? Is he one of the more vocal players on that defense?
He's got an element of that. Pat's kind of, maybe down the middle. He's not the most outspoken, but he's certainly not quiet. He's tough. He's a tough football player. He has a great football playing mentality, very competitive. Plays well. He's played against a lot of good players. Plays against good players every week and competes hard every week. He's out there on everything. Out there on defense, special teams. He runs a lot of scout team plays for us on offense. Kind of like Rodney used to do. He just loves to get out there and play and compete, and he's in great condition. He can go all day. He can go hard all day. He's a very, very well-conditioned athlete with good playing strength, good instincts, good toughness. He's just a very versatile guy. Does a lot for us and does a lot for our team, whatever we ask him to do. Yeah, again, leadership comes in a lot of different forms. So, being vocal is one. Competing, I mean, there's probably 10 different, 12 different ways you can be leaders or have leadership elements. Some have a lot, some have not as many, but they're very strong in certain areas. So there's leadership from every player on our team. Everybody that's part of the team has an element of leadership. And that's how with their attitude and their attitude they come in with every day, their commitment to the team every day, and their work ethic. So, and each player controls that. So we have 53 guys that have good leadership.
How unique is Chung's impact on scout team playing a role, on the other side of the ball?
Yeah, he jumps in there. Guys that come to mind like that are Harrison, Vrabel. They're just kind of out there on every play, whether it's their period or somebody else's period. I mean, not every play, but out there on a lot of plays, even when it's not their period. Just like to play.
Is that on offense? Like quarter? Like, what is he doing?
Anywhere, wherever we want. I mean, not in the interior line, but they play anywhere.
What was Rabel's quarterback? He had to be the quarterback.
No, I'm talking Vrabel on defense. Free safety, strong safety, defensive end, linebacker, inside linebacker, outside linebacker. I mean, I'm sure there's probably times he's out there at corner. But safety for sure. Yeah, I mean, he'd drive Tom crazy playing safety. We played against a safety that we didn't know what he would do. We would tell Vrabel to just go out there and read a quarterback, do whatever you want. And Mike would do that and do it well. It was,
I could almost see that when you guys did the joint practices and he was coaching when he was with the Texans, and it was like he wanted to jump in there and
Yeah, Rodney too. Rodney, linebacker, safety, corner. There's a fast pass rusher on the edge. We were playing against somebody. He'd jump in there and take reps and be that guy. I mean, Rodney was a good blitzer. Rodney was, I mean, an excellent pass rusher. Didn't get to do it very much because of the position he played, but jump in there on scout team and rush off the edge. I mean, that's as good a look. You know, we're playing Freeney or somebody like that for light. Like, hey, I'll take a few of these. You want speed off the edge? I'll give you speed off the edge, and he did. So, I'm just saying, those guys, they really, they would come to mind, you know, when you say that. Guys that are just love to play out there all the time, great condition, go all day. It's never like, hey, I need a rest, you know, get somebody in here for me. What more can I do?
Bill, on the subject of the scout team, when you try to simulate the speed and execution with a quarterback with the kind of skill set that a Watson has, combined with the size, as fast as he is, and the guy who can play from the pocket, but also get outside and make plays. How challenging is that? Try to simulate that and give your defense a good look.
Yeah, well, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. There's not many guys like that in the league. It had the same thing a couple weeks ago. We talking about the Cam Newton. The same thing. Guys that are big, fast, athletic, can throw the ball over the field. You know, it's only a couple of them in the league. So to have them on your team is, you know, would be unusual. So yeah, you just do the best you can on that, and you know, try to give the defense the best look at you as you can at what they do. Sometimes that might be putting a receiver or somebody like that, a quarterback, or we've used offensive linemen at running back against big backs to simulate that type of an athlete carrying the ball. So, but yeah, you get guys that are unique players that have special skills. You can't replicate them. Neither can anybody else, except for the team that has that guy. So you just try to do the best you can, and take what you have and try to simulate it. Maybe it's 2 or 3 guys to, maybe one guy simulates his speed, maybe another guy simulates his passing skill. Maybe it's not the same guy.